what's up? So, I'm going to preface this by saying, like, the skills I've used in this build, I lifted directly from Garatha. So if you like the way the skills look, and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to start a new character just to see the skills work like that, you should probably copy him. You'll have a better time. His build is already fully solved. Um, he's doing deep end game content with it right now. That being said, if you want to play this version, you're welcome to join me. It's a total work in progress. It's got some interesting quirks about the mechanics of the builds, so maybe you'll find the playstyle of this build's more interesting to you. It's definitely more active. Um, so here are the skills at least. We have Cast on Freeze, Comet, Impetus, Spell Echo, Controlled Destruction, and then Frost Wall, which is doing an insane amount of damage when you're shattering it. Linked to Glaciation to get more freeze build up there. Icicle. You want to be able to break these frost walls really easily. Like one of the offshoots of your fireball explosion should be able to break your frost wall to cause the extra damage in the freeze. And Spell Cascade to spawn a bunch of them. Fireball, probably the main DPS skill. I mean, they kind of all work together really well. I corrupted this one to get an extra slot on it. Considered casting, more damage basically. Unleash. I was using Arcane Tempo here. I'm not decided on which is better or which feels better. You can swap this out with Arcane Tempo. Wild Shards spawns a bunch more fireballs, and Inspiration. There's a good number of pros to playing this build. There's, for example, this node here is completely busted. I think it's highly abusable. I'm probably not using it as well as it can be used. But look at this. This is fucking broken. So you're getting +6 to the level of all spell skills. You're getting 16% increased spell damage per Demonflame. Now, I've seen the Demonflame counter go over 100, like 107 or something. I'm not watching it all the time either. It might have gone higher while I was playing it. But if it reaches 100, that is 1600% increased spell damage. It's absurd. You get a bunch of cast speed for free as well, which feels really nice. It's got really good mobility as well. This game's quite slow. Like even with 30% move speed boots, you're pretty slow. So with this like dash, I feel like it's barely got a cooldown. Gets you in and out of trouble really quickly. I don't think there's other classes that can move this fast. Maybe Deadeye, when you stack a bunch of move speed, you get some investment into the move speed. It's extremely durable versus elemental damage. A lot of people asked me about my resists on a Facebook post. So we have capped everything, and then we have fire pushed to 88%. We're using some rubies to get that really high. We have a bunch of these types of jewel. Max fire res, max fire res, max fire res, max fire res. And we're also using this belt right here, max fire res. The reason all that's important is to take advantage of this node. So we're taking cold as fire, we're taking lightning as fire, and we're taking fizz as chaos. So what this means is essentially with resists this high, you don't feel elemental damage. Fire, cold, and lightning doesn't really hurt me, at least in the tier 3, tier 4 maps I've been doing. You know those lightning mirage guys? The lightning walkers that detonate when they get near you? They chip like 20 energy shield off me. It's nothing. The other reason we push the fire damage really high is because of this node. This is interesting. So when I was playing Garatha's Cast on Freeze Comet through the campaign, I had a lot of mana issues. I know I was playing it on the wrong ascendancy, screw it. But I was having a lot of mana issues. And this solves mana without any mana regeneration on the tree. You can refund every single mana regen node. The problem is, when your mana bar fills up, it hits you for some fire damage, right? Well, let's make this fill up. Easier in demon form with cast speed. Yeah, there you go, you see. Oh, it happened first time as well. So it's a problem that I'm working on. Very, very infrequently you will ignite yourself with the fire damage. It's, I don't know, 1 in 20, 1 in 10. Oh, it happened twice there. I don't know what the solution is for that, but it sucks when it happens. It kind of fucks up your ES regen. You see there, that's the Demonflame counter going up. You have to sip your health flask to get it to go up higher. But I mean, that's it. That's a 40 there, just fucking about. That's 40 times 16% increased damage. But yeah, essentially doesn't have mana issues, which is quite nice. It's very cheap to make as well. Like, these are 2EX gloves. This was like a 3EX belt. Everything else is probably a couple of EX. This item here is really important. My mate dropped this in Act 1 and I've not taken it off because it's just been so useful, and the more I've built this ascendancy out, the more useful this has become. It gives you a load of flat chaos resistance, and it converts your life to energy shield. And the reason that's cool is I've skilled energy shield on the tree, and when you're sustaining your demon flame by popping your health potion, because we only have 700 health, one pop of the health potion fills it up twice, almost. So this means that, you know, even as you're reaching 60, 70 demon flame, and this is draining very quickly, you can just pop this, it goes back up to full, and you can push the number of demon flame stacks you've got pretty high. Another thing that makes it quite cheap to make is when you pop demon form, you lose the buffs from both your shield and your wand. Interestingly, it's like you're not wearing these, so you can probably get some really shit items in these slots and you're not going to feel much of a difference at all. Demon form has like, says a 15-second cooldown, so it's very rarely down. It maybe falls off once per map, maybe twice per map if you're in there for a really long time. Maybe if you're not finding mobs to kill to sustain your life flask, it falls off. And you have to run around until you find some more packs worth killing, and you just pop it again. The cons of this build. So, Fizz and Chaos really hurt. The way Chaos damage is calculated in Path of Exile 2 is it deals double damage to Energy Shield, which is just brutal because we are using all Energy Shield. And with Altered Flesh on the Ascendancy tree, we're also converting 20% of our Fizz damage taken to Chaos damage taken. So Fizz hurts, we don't have a lot of armor, and Chaos damage hurts, but Elemental damage doesn't hurt. I think maybe the solution here is to scale a bunch more armor, and then only Fizz damage hurts, only Chaos damage hurts quite as much. I think it would be quite easy to scale armor. You could probably drop some energy shield, drop a couple of int nodes on the tree, maybe get like pure armor in here, pure armor in here, maybe like percentage armor on the amulet. I'm only level 70-ish as well, so I mean, right next to us we've got nodes like this, where we can get a bunch of armor. You could also replace these rubies with ones that have percentage increased maximum armor on them, so you can get a lot there as well. Probably going to try doing that. I'm not really going to go over the tree. Some interesting stuff. I've decided to keep a little bit of crit chance, I believe, so that I can proc this node. Although saying that, I don't see any crit chance. I must have refunded all. This node's important. reduced crystal life again to make your frost walls really easy to obliterate. Another con of this build is the ramping damage is not for everyone. Yeah, I find it really fun and engaging, but some people want to be able to watch something on a second screen while they're blasting maps. It's not really doable on this build. Your reward for focusing on your character and bouncing your life up and down is like 16% increased spell damage per second. It's very worth paying attention, and you're better off playing some other build if you don't want to pay attention. Anyway, I'll post a link to a picture of my passive tree. I'm not going to make like some sort of embedded website passive tree type thing, so I'll take a picture of it and I'll post it. I will also link to Garatha's build, which is again probably just an objectively better version of what I'm trying to do here. You're probably from the Facebook group that I frequent on, so if you've got any questions, reach out to me on the Facebook group. I'll be happy to answer them. Cheers.